Boxing King Media. We are here in sunny Dubai. With me, Doncaster's finest, Dave Allen. Dave, how are you, mate? How's things?
Yeah, I'm very well, thank you. Yeah, it's fantastic. These chicken things are unbelievable, by the way. I weren't sure they said so much to do with lemon. There's no lemon in them, is there? Wow, unbelievable.
They put on a good spread for us, man. I do appreciate that. I appreciate the love. Yeah, give us your verdict. What do you like? The lemon bites. What else is there on your plate?
Just chicken and biscuits. Unbelievable. I've never seen a spread like it.
It's a bit of a weird combination. I'm looking at your plate. You've got 3 pieces of chicken and 4 cookies.
I like anything like a bit beige. I like my food beige. But them chicken things. Yeah, I'm gonna have to speak to somebody about them. You know, it's very rare that I like. I thought, like, I would say they're tropical. Got lemon in there. So for me, it was a big deal me trying them actually. But anyway, over the moon to be here.
Talk to me, man. You've had a couple of hours in Dubai. I know you came last night. What do you make of it so far?
I've never been before. Never been. I flew into Dubai on the way home from Riyadh. But yeah, I've not been here that long. I've hardly been asleep. I've hardly slept.
Just your early impressions then. Beautiful. Can you see yourself settling into Dubai? Because a lot of people seem to be moving to Dubai.
I don't think I'll ever leave Doncaster, to be honest. Like, I'm that kind of guy. Like, I've got green shorts on and a tee. You know what I mean? Like, I am what I am. I'm a big rough Johnny Chevy, aren't I? That's how people would describe me. And I'll never change from that. So I can't see it, but been looked after amazingly well. These chicken things are unbelievable. Can't quite get over them, actually.
Just the last thing with Donny and Dubai. What common themes are you seeing with Doncaster? What reminds you of Doncaster in Dubai?
You know what? I've bumped into more people from Donny already. Max Hughes were downstairs. Yeah, Donny's all right. You know, I love Donny. Donny's home. So Donny to me is as beautiful as Dubai.
Interesting. Let's talk about why we're here and why you've been called out as well. The IBA 13 Pro, where we know Gassiev and Pulev are fighting WBA regular belt. What do you make of it, man? It's a landmark for Dubai to be hosting a heavyweight title fight. And you know, Umar Kremlin, the president, has got big ambitions for the IBA. What do you make of the movement and how they're treating everyone, including ourselves? I'm part of the media, and that seems to, we're getting treated really well. What do you make of the whole organisation?
I'll just go back to the chicken thing. Do you know what I mean? Like, unbelievable, yeah, unbelievable. Pulev Gassiev's an interesting one. As a heavyweight, I was 7 in the WBA. Not anymore. I'm not even in the top 15. Took me out. Can you believe it? So yeah, if I'd beat Mammadov, I'd be here pursuing the winner. You know, I'd probably be number 2 or 3. So yeah, I'm a long way off, but it's good to dream. You know, I'd love to box the winner. You know, Pulev on the box once last year. If I can get myself in a position in 6 months' time. Madder things have happened. You know, we're going back to Sheffield in May. If I can put 2 wins together, you're knocking on the door all the time as a heavyweight. So, look forward to the fight. It's a difficult one to pick a winner, really. I've been a Pulev fan for a long time. I spotted Klitschko for Pulev, actually. So, I think it's a cracking fight. We're going to go and watch the amateur stuff now. So yeah, I love boxing, me. Anything that's good for boxing, I love it.
Interesting. So you've been around the game for a long time. You have sparred with some of the greatest. We're talking about the USYKs, the Furies, and everyone else. In regards to Pulev, he is just that workhorse in the heavyweight division that's been there, done that, and worn the t-shirt, right? For Gassiev, Gareth threw a question in the press conference, maybe never worded it correctly, but talked about Gassiev's size and the smaller man that he is. Do you think that's going to play an effect on Friday night?
I think the thing that stands out on paper is Pulev's 44. You know, that's probably a more worrying factor that could come into play. But Gassiev's good, you know, good. The Wallin fight, I expect him to win. Apart from that, though, I think his only defeat is to USYK. I might be wrong, I think that's the case. So, if I had to put my neck on the line, I'm probably going to go for a Gassiev win. I think Gassiev, at the top of his game, is trouble for any heavyweight. To be honest, I think he's really good.
Yeah, just talk to me about yourself, man. The late, have you cookie? Just talk to me about yourself. What's the latest with yourself?
I fight in May in Sheffield. I want to headline Sheffield again, which is amazing. Big thank you to everyone who makes that happen, because that's not me making that happen particularly. The support makes that happen. You know, I think we took 8,500 in Sheffield last time, and that's given me the opportunity to go again, so I'm very grateful. So we're going to go there in May. We're looking for someone Matmadov-esque, you know, another good opponent, top 20 in the world. So if you don't throw the dice, you can't win. Or you go and buy a lottery ticket, you can't win the lottery. So I said to her who we're going to box. I said, look, we'll go for it again. And why not, really? Why not? There's no point going to Sheffield and playing it safe. We'll go and we'll I've had 3 fights now in 12 months. I've been quite consistent. So yeah, I couldn't tell you who, but I can tell you beyond that I'll be a sizable underdog in again. But I will have to get a win first in February or March. So that hopefully should be routine, but I've said that before about fights, they've not been too routine. So yeah, Sheffield in May, one before, and win them 2 fights, and hopefully we knock on the door for another really, really big fight again.
It is interesting. You're a guy who, you know, doesn't spew his words, says it as it is. One of the clips I wanted to talk to you about was a couple of months ago when Conor BENN fought Chris Eubank Jr. and that went viral of you on TalkSport. I think Conor got asked that in a scrum in Riyadh actually, and he sort of reacted to it in a way that, you know, it's understandable. You know, he said, I think he mentioned that you looked like Eubank did in your last fight. But I don't want to go on the back and forth, but just talk to me, that sort of person that you are just going to say it as it is, right?
No, I saw his comment and I didn't disagree.
Okay.
Again, when I boxed Matmadov, I was terrible. What could I say, really? So that's how I am, though. Like, if I see something, I will say it for what I see. I would hate to offend anyone. People could maybe take me the wrong way and think I'm trying to be offensive or trying to be obnoxious, maybe, and maybe trying to make noise for the sake of making noise. But I'm not. If you ask me a question, I'll tell you the answer. I would hate to upset or offend anybody. But yeah, I say what I feel like I see, and I can't be offended on a professional level because it's only boxing. And to some people, boxing is not just boxing. They will tell me that boxing is their life, so they will get offended on a personal level by my comments regarding their boxing. So sometimes I can get off on the wrong foot with people, but if I'm ever asked a question, I'll only ever answer it how I see fit. But in terms of the Matmadov comment, I did laugh and I agreed. So there's not much I could say, really. I agree. In the Matmadov fight, was terrible. I agree, and anyone who said that, I would say you're probably right.
Just going off and sticking to Conor BENN for one more question. WBC have made him the #1 ranked fighter. When you look at Conor BENN, and obviously the fight that he's going to be waiting for is the Garcia Barrios winner, how does that play out for you? What do you make of the whole ranking system?
I'm not too sure, really. In all honesty, I don't really watch, or I'm not asked about world rankings. I care about me, my boxers. I like watching boxing, me. You know, so if Conor BENN and Barrios is made, everyone I will be watched with great interest and be intrigued by who would win, and I'd enjoy the fight. But when people say, what do you think of these world rankings or this and that, I don't really care, because it's all like Emmerdale, isn't it? A lot of boxing is like, and that's what this is, and I'm aware of it, and you have to play the game, but in terms of who's ranked where and who does this and that, I'm not really interested. I just want to watch good fights. So hopefully, as long as the final result is, you know, BENN, Cattrall, Walker, Crocker, Barrios, Haney, you all get it on in good fights, it doesn't really matter to me.
Interesting. We sat down with Alexander USYK about a week ago, out in Bangkok, and one fighter that he named was Deontay Wilder. That came to a surprise to, I think, everybody. Is that a fight that excites you, Dave?
Probably not really. No, I understand it though. I think beating Wilder completes the set. You know, Joshua, Fury, Wilder. They was the biggest three of our generation, I would say, before USYK came along and just kind of blew it wide open. So I understand it from that perspective, and probably a money generating perspective as well. But currently Deontay Wilder doesn't deserve a world title shot in my opinion. But if it's good for business, it'll happen, and it's hard to begrudge USYK anything really, with the run he's been on. So if it's to happen, it's to happen. But I don't think he's the most deserving challenger currently. No.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think USYK, if anyone deserves a pass in heavyweight boxing, it's Alexander USYK, especially after his resume and what he's done in the division. Are you going to be watching on December 19th Anthony Joshua and Jake Paul?
Yeah, of course. I'm busy. Got Joe Howarth Visioli on the 17th.
Okay.
My fight Visioli for the English title. Looking forward to that. On the 20th, I'm in Leeds with Brad Casey. On the 20th, due to his training being with Leo Watang in Ghana. But on the 19th, I'll be glued to the TV, of course, yeah. And you know what? I was quite vocal in not liking the fight, because I don't like the fight really. I don't think it's the safest matchup, and it is in no way competitive. However, so as a boxing fan, I look at it and I think, oh, I don't really like that fight. But as someone who is, I'm a human being, and we tend to like things that are it is interesting. And it could be very messy as well. And as a human being, we all are human nature to be excited by things that could go very, very wrong. And it's one of them fights, really. Anthony Joshua winning the first round. He'll win the first round. The levels are unbelievable. Jake Paul, I don't think would get out of 2 rounds with me, and I'm 10 levels below Anthony Joshua. So it's a mismatch of epic proportions, really. And you can post pictures sparring world-class fighters. You know, you can do anything you want. When the bell goes, you've got a former 2-time heavyweight champion of the world boxing a guy whose career started at 13 stone and lost to Tommy Fury 2.5 years ago, whose best win is Julio Cesar Chavez. So it is a mismatch of epic proportions. But do I understand it? Yes. Should Anthony Joshua take 50 million for this kind of fight? Yes. Will I watch it? Yes. Will I regret it the next morning when it lasts 1 round and I'm absolutely knackered? Probably yes as well. So, but I understand it all, and people, it's difficult doing this because sometimes you say something and people jump on you and you think, well, I should have explained that better. So I tried to talk slower today and try and get all my points out fully so people understand what I'm saying. So hopefully they do.
Interesting. I am going to let you go, but you're looking at your plate. What are you going to make a sandwich with the cookies with the chicken? I'm just going to point. I'm not fat shaming or anything like that. I just want
water there as well. Get water in. Yep.
Just want to say, what are you going to do with that mixture of food on your plate?
Well, there's 4 biscuits and there's 3 pieces of chicken. So I will go biscuit, chicken, biscuit, chicken, biscuit, chicken, biscuit. I'm a very simple yet complex, very simple guy, but also pretty odd as well. So yeah.
Dave Allen, on that note, thank you so much for your time. We will probably be bumping heads in Dubai in the next couple of days. Thank you very much, and enjoy your food, mate. Thank you very much.
Thank you.